the world. And as Fnatic hope to lock their spot in the finals, well, we've got Champion Select right here. Let's get into it. Fnatic hoping for a 3-0 sweep of Cloud9.
Let's see here. Fnatic sticking to the same bans with Zillion, Nocturne, Alistar, C9 again, Akali, Irelia. And they take away the LeBlanc that was first picked in Game 1 by Fnatic.
It really does seem like Caps here and Fnatic with the extra hand as far as the Assassins mid lane, giving them a lot in Champion Select. Cloud9 once again will go with this combo though. Early Xin Zhao with the defensive Braum.
But Fnatic just first picked Aatrox, and Victor was not picked by C9 as an answer. Last game when they had the Victor, they put it in the bottom lane. Fnatic can now grab it, and the Aatrox counter pick that we have seen a lot is gone.
Yeah, Cloud9 have had other counter picks to Aatrox as well, you know, like the Hecarim as well, as, you know, basically anything
Jace,
with a lot of
everything.
speed. Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of things here.
But I like this adaptation, though. Cloud9 have locked in Illusion the first phase. Finally, it was consistently banned away in the second ban phase, so now C9 get their ideal bot lane duo. The only ban they've received for this entire role is the Alistar. This is what they wanted to play. It's what led them to a lot of victory in the Afrika 3-0. So now maybe C9 have that bastion of power they really want in the bottom lane.
Definitely agreed that it's a good choice here for them. I like the Lee Sin ban as well. They left it open in the first game, and Broxah took over.
Meanwhile, Fnatic with both solo lanes possibly locked in here. You know, Aatrox can be shifted to the jungle, but likely both solo lanes locked in, whereas Cloud9 still to determine. I expect Cloud9 to save their counter pick for Jensen. Licorice has a deeper champion pool, it feels like, more answers than Jensen has had. As far as the mid lane goes, maybe they want to jump on something early for him, though, because he doesn't have quite as many. You know, the Lissandra is up. That's what they've played over and over here.
Right. Yeah, we obviously assume that most of the focus early game is around the bottom side where you have your Lucian pick. Do we get a tank top lane from Licorice? His Shen and Ornn has been two of the most used ones from him.
So the Poppy has been his best answer into Aatrox as far as tanks go, if you're looking for a tank answer. And that is another one that they could go with. But yeah, there's the Lissandra they want to lock in for Jensen over and over again. And
Zaya comes through for Fnatic, so Reckless on another high damage champion. He was a big force in the previous game. He's going to have a decent chance at it here, and Rek'Sai comes through for Fnatic. I love that new things keep showing up during this final, what could be the final game, I should say, or last semifinal series at least.
Broxah threw out an Elise game earlier in the tournament.
Yep.
Now he's just going to throw out a Rek'Sai game here. This is a champion that does have early game power. You have burst damage, as well as a single target knockup now, and he can go for more creative jungle ganks. This is one of the ones where you'll see going over walls behind duo lanes or top laners easily.
Okay, and they're gonna go round 2 on the Echo top to face off what they assume to be Victor up there, and that seems very likely. This is going to be an interesting one. In the previous game, Svenskeren had maybe a bit of a fumble, giving a bit too much pressure over to Whippo. Whippo had his way with Licorice. We might also see these champions switch roles as the swaps can go back and forth. I'm going to be interested to see which matchups we actually have player versus player, top versus top, and mid versus mid.
And then also see if it is the Echo versus Victor top, can we get a bit more jungle attention towards the C9? They keep swapping it around.
We're just
right
going to wait
now.
till 20 seconds. And of course, Jensen had a famous Echo mishap before. They're going to give it over to Licorice. It's going to be Jensen 3 times in a row on the Lissandra, and it is that Echo and Victor locked in for the top laners. We assume they will go to the top lane, but that is still not a guarantee.
Sure. Recap, though, from Game 1 when we had this matchup. Early trades in favor of Licorice. He even used early TP back to lane to continue to pressure against the Victor. However, the first gank that came in from Svenskeren ended up backfiring. He died, gave a kill over to Whippo, and then we also saw Licorice die to a counter gank from Fnatic, and the lane started swinging towards the Victor.
And that was also after Broxah had already ganked mid lane and gotten Fnatic the advantage in mid lane as well. So junglers, a huge amount of weight on their shoulders in influencing the early lane phase for these solo lanes, and which one of these guys can actually take over the game.
It's going to be an exciting one here. Cloud9's backs against the wall. They are no strangers to reverse sweeps here in League of Legends on their road towards Worlds, and even beyond that one. Fnatic, though, coming into the championship as the hope of the West, the European champions. They were the one people had pegged as the dark horse to make the deep run. And they have 3 chances in a row now to make it to the final. The first time Europe has done that since 2011 when they started it all. And Fnatic would be against the team that they had beaten in the group stage in Invictus. So much confidence, maybe you call it cockiness on Reckless and the rest of Fnatic. They think they can win this entire thing. So far, they have been the far better team compared to C9. And we'll see if they can do it here. Cloud9 must make this 3 in a row.
Hylissang jumped over the wall early on. Let's see if they can sneak in behind anyone. Might be Zazol sitting in this little brush here.
Yeah, he's waiting on his cooldown right now.
Huge trade.
A lot of anticipation for the Braum Q. It does land, so
Yeah.
no points there for accuracy. We do have a defensive Poro, but that is about it. Everybody, after seeing the attempt here, just happy to back off, and should just be normal red starts for both junglers, but we'll see about the pathing as far as which lane they want to influence first, as this can be easily tilted.
Right now, Fnatic were protecting for the level 1 invade that actually happened also in game 1 when Zazol had the Braum and he walked in and forced Broxah away from the red buff. He had to take his own blue on top side, and it gave an early advantage over to C9, but not this time. Rek'Sai gets the best start possible with a giant leash as well from Rex and Hylissang.
And a good start for Licorice here as well, plenty of damage. Electrocute Troggered as well. Triggered, there we go, that's the word. Proct was in the middle of my brain as well.
Yeah, Bwipo gets 3 autos on the way out, though, to almost even up that health trade, I think. And they're right back after trying to push us forward. Minion wave slightly in his favor. Svenskeren actually started the sweeper here. Interesting, trying to take down this Scuttle Ward before he moves over to the top side of the map. And this time around, kind of like we set up in game number 1, the option for Svenskeren to try and split the map here and close off the top side of the map to allow Licorice his solo 1v1 time in this matchup to really try and display the Echo into Victor.
He did go mid here instead of invading on the top side. He will go and grab his own buff on the bottom side here while Licorice gets a good trade against Bwipo. Meanwhile, Broxah's love to do this like red buff into a camp. Oh, he's ganking.
Walking forward, finds the flash knockup. Jet's able to E away, though, losing some health, but not a summoner spell. That was a very aggressive gank out of Broxah and doesn't get a whole lot for it.
Yeah, junglers have traded sides. They both pass through mid. Svenskeren now making another pass there. Jensen can't set him up, though, and Broxah will be able to chase down. Actually, he pulls out of the jungle. Svenskeren coming back and trying to secure his own red side.
Yeah, with the mid lane pushing against Fnatic, invading here would have been pretty greedy. He got the ward down to spot. Sven is still not taking a blue buff. He did Rift Scott on the top side, then did the one on the bottom side. Broxah will secure his own blue here. But first gank with the flash unsuccessful from Fnatic, and the Rek'Sai pick, the big surprise.
The big trade in the mid lane, but Jensen so far has been able to play pretty well against this one, able to trigger Aftershock every time and get away from most of these plays, and so far so good for him. Still has a bunch of corrupting potion stacks as well. That Cap still has his potion for the lane on top of that.
Meanwhile, checking in on the bottom lane here, Lucian Braum, what Cloud9 used against the Freak of Freaks for a lot of bottom lane presence, has been able to push in. But Reckless and Hylissang doing just fine in CS there, actually ahead. And with a couple extra minions here, Sneaky might be able to catch right back up.
Yeah, so far an equal lane down here, not a huge surprise just yet. We're going to wait to see if the big aggressive plays do come in. A flashless Broxah might give a lot more confidence to the C9 squad. Still waiting for that play. Watch out for the feathers, though. Can pull them back, and Sneaky is rooted up, and a knock-up, and he just walks into him. He's going to die to the Ignite. There's no way out. First blood comes through to Hylissang. A huge, massive misplay out of Sneaky.
Saw something kind of similar when he played against Uzi and walked into the feathers right behind them. Reckless with the callback right there, able to just spring the traps, take down Sneaky, and acquire first blood for Fnatic.
See the setup again. 2 feathers behind, 3, and then Sneaky actually, yeah, simply just walks in right where the feathers were placed, and quick pullback from Reckless. And this is such a big problem now because this was the big change for you in the draft. We've seen the Echo already, we've seen the Lissandra, but the Lucian pick in the first phase, it was always banned by Fnatic in the second phase. He grabs it this time around, and now he's losing lane early on due to Reckless landing the snare onto him.
And it's a 1,000 gold lead now for Fnatic. That's way more than just the first blood itself. So across the board, a great start here for the EU LCS champions. Back-to-back victories over in Europe. They lived in G2 Shadow for quite a while, but a couple of victories here. Hylissang joining the roster this time around, Bwipo as well in this year, and it's been a very good run now, winning in their potential last game in the semifinals.
Yeah, this has definitely been the best way to bounce back and become the #1 team in Europe, become the powerhouse again that every European fan always looked towards when it came down to international performances. Fnatic have done everything right in 2018.
Reckless has talked a lot about it himself in interviews as well, about his own change from previous Fnatic iterations and his confidence in his teammates' playmaking ability. This time around, does feel like they're firing on all cylinders. Cloud9 looking to fire around mid lane as they've got 3 people grouped up around Caps. Svenskaren's on a ward. Zazel
Good play.
off.
They find the root. Keep in mind, Caps has ult. He's going to pop that here. He'll be able to get away after the revive. Health bar will be at about 1/8, but he's still able to slink backwards.
So C9 went behind in the early game. Once again, look towards mid. Svenskeren and Zazel were sitting in these brushes for at least 30 seconds, waiting
Caps is
for an
low.
opening. Caps is
Jensen's
very low.
flash ult. If they go for the dive, he's in E into flash ult range. Caps could die. He's got teammates. Not going to go for that play. Jensen pulls aggro. Caps only at 300 HP. Has his own flash, of course, keep in mind.
Hylissang is also around. He's sitting with the team now on this turret. Meanwhile, top.
Creative ults up here. This is Licorice getting quite low. Has to make sure he can respect everything else. Does he ult back for the trade? He could ult back and go for more fights. No, it's already on cooldown. Sorry, take that back. He burned it in a prior fight. So Bwipo gets Licorice incredibly low, and Licorice without TP is going to stay low in this lane.
You can always tell if there's no ghost following Echo.
I wasn't paying attention.
He can't go back to it. If you're playing against one of that champion, then it will be an easy indicator for the...
Next time, say spectator, Buck.
No.
There you go.
No, that's on me. I'm a better player than that normally. I'm just rusty or terrible or something else. Who knows? Either way, 600 gold difference in Cloud9 now looking at the bottom side, but walking through wards while they're doing it. And it's pretty easy for Ruckus to back off and stay safe here.
This is what we expected from the draft with the Illusion Braum. Some attention towards this lane here. See if they could actually push it in, potentially tower dive, or just take the turret. It is still full HP. Obviously, the first kill went over to Reckless, but we see the control of the bot side now.
Yeah, especially since there's an Infernal Drake on the map. A lot of pressure around bottom side will give you some pretty big rewards here. Svenskeren goes in.
Bit of decent damage, and it's actually going to be minions denied away regardless. Fnatic not going to get this cannon for gold. They will get XP on Reckless's side, but it is money being lost on the map right now. So this pressure, it's not a kill, but it's several hundred gold lost all the same.
Caps is potentially moving down. There's no TP from Jensen. Will force C9 away. Even Caps just sitting in a brush here, hiding out of vision. He knows he doesn't need to walk all the way down. He just needs to have the chance. And C9 needs to call that he's missing from mid lane, so they have to watch out.
Nice bit of knockups there. Caps going to land 2 sweet spots, make it almost all 3. The self-ult for Jensen, but his healing is cut in half. Now looking for the re-engage. Caps will take some damage, but walking away pretty cleanly. Flash still up, no danger to him.
And his ult will come up pretty quickly as well. The World Ender is coming off cooldown, but Cloud9 are pushing on all lanes at the moment, trying to keep Fnatic bottled up and force them into more defensive playstyle, which has found a little bit of success here early on as all the vision control in the river is on Cloud9's side.
Yeah, C9 basically had all the tools to actually snowball this early game. Good lane setup, early jungler with Gao, top lane.
Licorice is out of mana. He actually can't ult back anyway, so they're going to quickly reveal him. The knockup is almost a formality, and this will be the kill. There is no way out. Broxa knocks down Licorice in the top lane.
Able to find the kill here, and now they can push out the top lane. This is going to completely turn the tides here for Fnatic.
No TP, can't rejoin. It's a really good thing now for the EULCS champions. 900 gold ahead. Winning across the map everywhere. Even bot lane looks pretty solid.
Exactly.
Calls come through.
And you said this before, I feel like C9 had the lanes to keep the pressure going in the early game. They even had Broxa blow his flash on the first gank and not get anything for it, with a Xin Zhao jungle on the other side, but then with Sneaky dying in the bottom lane, getting outplayed by the fellas, and now a gank top side from Broxa that gives him a kill. Fnatic have just completely stopped C9 from getting ahead in this game.
Yep, definitely respect to Fnatic, outclassing today, setting themselves up, looking towards IG and how dominating they were in their semifinal.
Yep.
This built a lot of hype as far as the possible final matchup between those two teams.
And it does look Fnatic favor, but it is not out of reach just yet. I do want to keep ourselves on what C9 can do so far in this game. Only 1,000 apart. Infernal Drake can kind of bridge that gap really closely as far as stats are concerned, and this seems to be a pretty free pickup here as well. So I think we are completely within arm's reach here in Game 3. Cloud9, of course, must make a reverse sweep. They must win 3 in a row, and that is the prayer from everyone, all the North American fans here and the C9 players themselves in this series.
We're just kind of waiting for C9 to look for a big play, because they need that. It's not the small wins anymore. Like, bottom side, when you have Illusion versus Azaya, you're going to get outscaled. But in the early game, even now when it is just even in CS and you're down 1 kill, you have enough damage with a jungler coming down, or Lissandra. Another trade top lane.
Yep, nice stun from Whippo. He's going to get damage to Licorice. There's the self-ult backwards, but going to be Whippo kiting away. Nicely done, gets out of that fight. Licorice comes out ahead in HP, but Whippo still has a lot of tools to use.
And the positioning is so important in that 1v1, as you can see. Well, now we've got another one in mid lane.
And it's a pretty close fight here, and not quite the sweet spot, but pretty good damage all the same. And Jensen keeps himself out of range.
Yeah, so the positioning there, you can see Whippo moving up. Never mind, we're gonna have another fight.
Yeah, they're battling back and forth. He's staying alive, but now we've got another battle. It's in different spots of the map now as Sven's gonna go in for the fight. The ult to buy some time. No damage just yet. Brock's getting a bit low. Now the root on the catch. He's got a lot of time to go until he's forced to revive, and that is a great pick up with the flash forward. Now the turnaround, but they're gonna burn him down with the revive, and about 600 HP now on this Aatrox, but they will get the trade kill, and C9 are on the board.
Oh, let's see if Fnatic's bot lane can do anything. Looks like they're too far away for now. Oh, and here we go.
The charm is on, but they're not going to find the knockup just yet. Actually, they get nothing out of this one, and Reckless could be stunned. They're not going to find that, though, and out goes Fnatic. But here is the TP. Here is the trade fight. Looking for the big play is Licorice. The flash of the wall. Hillsong is going to stay safe.
Teleport used to the bottom lane. That means up top side, Whippo is going to get damage on that turret as Cloud9 try and retreat. That will also allow him a full reset and sync up the extra cooldown.
I mean, we said we needed a big play from C9. Not a small win, but they had to go for that.
Oh, he's blasting over! Zazel flash puts the shield up. He'll stay alive with Guardian. A lot of summoners burned. I think it's actually a disadvantageous trade as Fnatic burned 3.
Well, let's just look at summoners all across the board right here. Licorice blew his TP, got a flash from Hylissang for it. That was basically it. Jensen, no flash on his side. Zazel, same thing due to the last fight. But, as you highlighted here, Freak, everything gone from Fnatic's bottom lane. Only Whippo sitting with a flash on his side, so there's a lot of openings the next minute or two for more fights to happen and people dying.
And we really want to emphasize that use of the teleport for Cloud9. Trying to put emphasis on the team play there and pull something out of the jungle. Licorice actually lost a lot of CS teleporting away from the lane. As you can see now, Whippo getting off the recall as well, so you get an extra reset for this Victor, and he's already been able to solo burn that Echo ultimate and retake a lot of control of this top lane presence. Now he also has a stopwatch to use for a possible all-in. You really do need to keep those key items in mind when you go for these big plays.
There's so much space in this lane to move out of the stun every single time, so Licorice can't lock him down, but I feel like this game reminds me a lot about the last game with C9 having tools to make plays bot lane, but always moving it mid lane, where Fnatic are able to answer and match the aggression almost every time. But now we're back. This is what I want to see. Get this bot lane turret down, blocks the feathers as well. Svenskeren is constantly hovering around the lane. They need this turret here. They need a win on this bot side to actually get sneaky ahead.
And it's down to 20%. This would be the first time I think Cloud9 would get first turret in this series. They've gotten very few turrets themselves throughout the 2.5 games so far, and it is very low. Still, it's C9 choking through a 1,300 gold deficit as we have Whippo on a very big lead here. He's got to level up. He's been bullying continually against Licorice, who's forced to ult, but he's still taking damage from the Chaos Storm. Finally getting away from that one, but this is still a huge advantage. Top lane has won every single game for Fnatic's new top laner.
Yeah, Whippo in his rookie year as well. Just dominating up here, playing so aggressively in these matchups. Now Caps is going to join him. He's already solo burned again the Echo ultimate, so Licorice doesn't have that.
He's putting the shield up, going to look for the stun against Caps. Nice little knock up there. It should still be him getting away from the knockback, but look at the damage output. It's forcing the flash out, so Licorice really pushed away. He's going to lose all of this farm.
So we get a trade right here. C9 got the bot lane turret. Fnatic will take the top lane. Like you guys mentioned, Whippo on his rookie year. If you go back 12 months, no one knew about this player.
Yeah.
He was literally sitting in the TCL doing almost nothing. And then Fnatic out of nowhere signed this player as a substitution. He didn't play most of the spring split. It was all about Soaz, but he got in when Soaz injured his hand in playoffs, and he surprised everyone. Aggressive performance, able to play tanks and carries. Had a very famous interview right after the spring final where he said, "I will be the best top laner." People called him out and said, "Oh, that's a little bit cocky right there." But he's actually shown now, during Worlds, that he is the best in Europe.
Meanwhile, it's a fight on a Brox, a stun and a knockup, and Zeyzal managing to snag another kill, but now it's bad for Sneaky. He flashed, but the Ignite is still too much, and Caps finds that kill in the 2-1-1, trades across the map, and now coming down, looking to fight up against Zeyzal and Svenskar, and the shield comes up, but when is the engage coming through? They found the first sweet spot, they're finding the re-engage now as Jensen rejoins the fight, but Sven's running out of health. He's sure to be knocked down. Caps is reviving. He's going to be fine here. Now look for Reckless. He jumps in the air, brings back the feathers. Not a kill just yet, but Jensen's still getting low. He's trying to get away, finds the root, finds just barely the disengage. He'll stay alive, but it's Fnatic with so much more, summoning the Rift Herald as well.
Yeah, they had just taken Rift Herald, so even chasing off Jensen there, even though they don't get the kill, they can still take this mid turret, get the objective for themselves, and again, a big early game lead for themselves.
2-1 in turrets, and again, look at that gold. 1,600 puts Fnatic ahead. Another charge for Shelly as well. They have been the better team today. They've only dropped 2 games all of Worlds. Very few teams make the finals with that kind of record, but they're looking at it right here. Fnatic has been very good. They're going to grab this Mountain Drake without a problem as well. Push them farther and farther ahead. Edging ever closer to that 3-0 semifinals victory.
Let's see with the map right now. After bot lane turret drop a little bit earlier. Fnatic have moved to the top side instead, and Sneaky trying to do the exact same. He needs more turrets for his team. And that's where, sadly for him, he ends up face checking in.
Yeah, there's no getting out of that one.
Nope.
Ignite goes down, and that is the kill for Caps. As we know, it didn't end there. They try and chase C9, exiting the jungle, and they are able to get the engage when Caps lands the sweet spot on the long-range Q.
Just the ult in time by Caps obviously means it's just the 1-0. Good plays out of Reckless, kind of zones them back, and C9 just barely getting away, but now a re-engage. This battle is continuing. Caps without the ult, this time around certain to die, and it will go to Svenskar.
Another little fight. Broxer will end up jumping away.
Nice play there.
One thing that Cloud9 have said all tournament long, they are not afraid to fail. Even if they go for kills, go for ganks, and they do not work out, they will keep fighting. So they're staying true to that here, and they're still looking for the kills. That's what they have to do.
And it is C9 picking up a lot. Echo got a lot of alone time down in the bottom lane, shoving that wave in. Of course, the turret's already gone, but they're still picking up farm and getting their teammates a little bit closer.
Just constant invades right here. Caps simply not able to get away due to the CC coming in. Will eventually drop down, but it's been a crazy game where every time we are in a replay, we know the moment the replay is over, another fight happens.
Play continues once again. A big knock from the front line. They can knock him down. An ult from Zeyzal. Ziggy trying to run away. He's ultiless for now.
Or the TP.
And he's going to be going for the re-engage as the teleports come through. Licorice in, and they're going to find Hillsong. Cloud9 look for a second. The ult's on top, and they will get 2 kills. C9, for what feels like the first time all series, have a lead.
Yeah, exactly. They got the top lane turret before, then they moved action straight to the mid lane. It was Fnatic engaging onto C9's bottom lane, but they didn't actually get the kill, and double flank suddenly happens. One side is an Echo, the other side is a Lissandra. And C9, they pick up a bunch of kills. They've gotten 3 out of turrets. They have an Infernal Drake.
We've got a lot more confidence now as well, but Whippo still has the level lead. Still the farm lead as well. This Fnatic top laner has been instrumental in Fnatic's victory so far, and now we watch the Ace of Predator replay of that mid lane fight.
All right, this one starts out Reckless trying to pull back the feathers, and for this one, as Hillsong goes in, he does get the knockup, but Sneaky kites back on Lucian long enough for the teleport to come in for Cloud9. Licorice, once he walks up, they're able to completely burst down Hillsong and get the 5-member convergence to get the extra kills.
Zeyzal played that fight perfectly. Blocks all the initial damage, then gets the knockup onto all the Fnatic members when Sneaky is CC'd. After the knockup is gone, then Sneaky can actually dash away and avoid more damage. Kept him alive and set up a beautiful flank from Cloud9 here. They still have TP in the bot lane. Whippo does not, so he has to move to mid here. Another fight, of course.
Glacial Tomb is up again as well, so C9 again want to walk forward.
They also have the teleport on Licorice still. He just walked to the last fight.
This is going to be the engage. Here comes Hillsong's going to find a single knock, and the kite's right back. Licorice is going to look for that TP eventually. He's coming in late, though. The re-engage towards Caps. He'll revive. Jensen forced to self-ult to stay alive as Whippo had come through. But now that jump forward, Licorice trying to find it. Feathers fly. He's going to look for that one, and not quite getting it picked up just yet. It's a disengage on both sides.
Nobody died right here. A lot of summoners once again. on cooldown, so it's hard to go too aggressive knowing you don't have flash yourself.
Also knowing Baron now is on the table. We're just past the 20-minute mark now. So if they do snowball one of those big fights, you'll get a Baron and it will be a very big win. Also, we've got another Infernal Drake that will come up next, so we're gonna keep the action going in this semifinal.
Fits the theme of this game here. Aggression, both sides. Fnatic, we're trying, at least for a moment, to slow down the game after they had the big advantage. But C9 said, you know what, we don't care if we're behind. We'll just keep invading your jungle, keep fighting you everywhere. And they've actually been successful. Sneaky, while he's not picking up kills. He's picking up 3 assists, he's ahead in farm. He does have his Blade of Ruin King completed. No Black Cleaver just yet. Yeah. But once he gets it, the damage here in the mid game is pretty insane.
Yeah, right now, both bot laners just slightly waiting a little bit longer for that second item spike to come through. Right now, probably favors Sneaky. He has most of the attack damage he wants. And now a play goes to top side. Caps does not have the ulti, but he's not going to be knocked up either. C9 could not get their way in. Caps kiting away. Now Licorice gets the shield, but he's still forced to run. Whippo gonna flash in for a bit more. This time around, it's just gonna be Licorice getting away, burning his flash to save his ultimate.
Yeah, traded summoner spells right there, traded ultimates as well, but in the end, Licorice left with very little HP, and Whippo wants to force him out.
Re-engage, the potential stun comes through, now the shield is on, and Whippo is without an escape route. But Licorice can't get quite the damage he needs, and Whippo kites away, gets the shield as well, and back over the wall.
Feels so safe with the shield from his Q. A fairly low cooldown, just constantly looking for these traits, and now we get a move from C9. There's no turret behind Whippo.
Oh, they're almost behind him already. Whippo pretty quick.
This is a nice move by Sneaky. There's actually no way out now for Whippo, but can he outplay this fight in the 1v3? And what can his team do on the other side of the map? A big slow comes in as Licorice can feel comfortable, but the stun still buys a lot of time, and there's nowhere to go. He's gonna try to give no assists over. He's certain to fall. When the team finally shows up, and they're gonna make sure the Licorice does get the kill with assist credit going over to the support.
All right, Fnatic, nothing else they can do during that time as well. You can see on the mini-map here, just going for recalls across the board. Whippo very far pushed up, and Cloud9 pull the trap closed.
Licorice, though, low on resources. TP is available for the Victor to come down, but no one else is coming on this side of the map.
And with Infernal spawning in 5 seconds, C9 could just start it straight away. Whippo's there for 15. There's nothing Fnatic can really do without him. Unless they want to risk a 4 versus 5 because they know he can TP in after.
Maybe so. C9 missed a single ward sweeping around the Baron pit. There's that one that Fnatic sees. They know there's no crazy plays coming out here, but now this fight around the bottom river. Can they find a trap as Broxa is with the Tremor Sense?
And he's Victor. He's TPing in behind.
This could be the fight, and Licorice already so low. He seems to have overstayed his welcome. An easy shutdown, and now Fnatic, they can bring the trap closed in a 5v4. Here comes the engage. Caps right on front, looking to do what the Shy did just yesterday. A bit of damage now, and the re-engage coming across. A big stun on the front line. Here comes the rest of the squad, as Zazel's already gone. Svenskeren burning. He's gonna drop as well. A double kill for Broxa. He's a madsman into the back line. They've already found 3 kills. C9 push off Summoner's Rift.
And that fight is going to be Infernal and a possible Baron for Fnatic. Whippo gets revenge in the biggest way here, teleporting out on Victor, and they cut off Licorice.
All started here in the bottom lane when Licorice was caught by Caps. He was chased down, he eventually dies, and when the fight breaks open, it's just knock-up after knock-up from Fnatic. C9 had every opportunity to just take the Infernal Drake when it spawned, but they looked for more fights. They felt like that was the way to win the game, and it backfired.
And it's going to be Baron as a formality. 24 minutes in, make sure no one's there. Slain and picked up. Fnatic up 2,000 gold, ready for more.
Licorice trying to get the recall off. Cap stops him. As you know, he gets him extremely low with the Ignite on him as well. Knows that it's going to be a kill, and Whippo gets to come in and collect his revenge. Now, since you're talking about the fish show, C9 were looking for more kills. They're all on the enemy side, trapped in the middle. Caps goes in with the ultimate. Whippo gets the gravity pullback here, double stunning and allowing them to just decimate the C9 team fight.
Massive stuff here. Sneaky able to flash over the wall to get away, but the only living member of Cloud9 is not enough to stop that Baron or the Drake. And now C9 once again on the back foot here. The gold difference about 2,000. Let's see how much Fnatic can get with this Baron power play.
And every single time we get past 20 minutes, Fnatic, they show us better shot calling than on the side of C9. They find these openings here. C9 do not always punish whenever Fnatic makes a mistake. Let's see if we get another fight though. All 5 members from Fnatic are here. Same thing for C9. Caps is moving behind them on the flank.
Gonna find Zazel. Look at the damage output there. The shield comes up, flash still going away. And this could be the re-engage that Whipple might want to find. A nice knockback comes in, but Svenskaren's still gonna be shattered as big knockup comes through, and Whipple's already found one. It's only been a single trade kill, 2-1 Fnatic. Looking at more. Whipple buys some time. Jensen waiting for his way into this fight. Can they kill Victor? That's gonna be a no. Sneaky is burning down. He's running away. And poor Licorice getting pushed back as well. Fnatic are completely smashing this fight.
It's not done yet either. Fnatic go back in. Caps uses the ultimate. Jensen actually gets out over the Raptor wall, though, and they should be able to scatter.
They've scattered away. It's still the 2-for-1. Kobe, I knew it all along, but they're going for more. The base is about to be broken. That turret's gone already, and as the respawns come through, it will be a brief respite. Fnatic will not take the inhib. They will buy their new items. They will push again. They've got a minute and a half left for this Baron buff.
So much gold now for Fnatic. Get everything you want, look for another big team fight. You get the both flanked by Caps, that forces the early flash from Zazel, and now Whipper is effectively standing in front of 4 players, setting up another great engage for the rest of the team. Hylissang finds the backline. This Rakan pick has been very, very good for Fnatic today.
Yeah, huge burst there from Fnatic. Then it looks like C9 try to go aggressive here. Whipple on the front line, though, as the victor, replenishing his shield, putting out the damage, and they're able to splinter the C9 resistance.
So many champions walked away with under 50 hit points. Both Broxa and Sneaky were inches away from losing their life. You had, of course, called that mid-fight as well as Jensen fought Caps. They both able to run away from this one, but we still have our close game. 4,000 gold, though. This lead has grown. The Baron power play knocked down several turrets in the mid lane, in addition to the team fight that they won already. Cloud9 hoping for something aggressive and something in the fog of war.
The Fnatic Death Brush against Fnatic.
Cloud9 still fighting here with all their heart, going the way that they have gone this entire tournament. Still looking for those plays, looking for the kills. And what a run for them it has been. Looks like Fnatic, though, gonna put a pretty big damper on that run.
I'm waiting for the last big team fight.
Yeah.
If you are C9, you're obviously down in gold. It is looking very, very rough. You got 3 items on your Lucian. You have 2 items right now completed for Jensen in the mid lane. If they find a great engage where they can get on to someone like Whipper or Reckless, they have enough CC and damage to kill them. The problem is there's so much return fire coming in from Fnatic.
Well, Cloud9 hoping this game goes the way of their season. From 10th place to World Semifinals, from a 4,000 gold deficit to a comeback and a reverse sweep in the semis of Worlds itself. Fnatic, though, a lot of dominance this year, back-to-back EU titles and bringing glory back to the continent as well. G2 did great to reach did very well to reach semifinals. Fnatic, though, looking to reach the finals themselves and avenge G2 with a date against Invictus Gaming. If they can close one out, they are the advantage team. They are moments away, you feel like a single team fight away from clinching it as a 3-0.
The last time a European first seed reached the semifinal at Worlds, it was Fnatic themselves in 2015. The Huni Reignover lineup that so many fans remember. They rebuilt over a couple of years, and now we're here looking at Fnatic making the final for the first time since 2011 when they won the original World Championship.
Hylissang trying to kite away, and he's going to find another teammate there to jump back to. He's going to stay alive. No stuns to be had. Nice plays there. And now here comes the re-engage. A nice knockback there. It's pretty good plays out of Whippo, forcing the rest of C9 away. Here is the fight. Here's Caps in the front line, and the health bar is already shattered. Cloud9 scattered to the winds, trying to get in the back line. But look at that one, as Jensen just barely buys a second. But it's already 3 kills. It's going to be the 4th as well. He's trying to buy the time he can, but there's no way out. It's an ace for only 2 trade kills. There is no stopping Fnatic.
They win another fight right now. 3 members alive, and they're looking straight for the Nexus, straight to the final.
And not a single champion can stop them. Fnatic with a 3-0 run in the semis. The first ever world champion hopes to be the latest. North America will not stand in their way. Korea has not stood in their way, and they will apparently have to wait for a bit longer to see if Invictus will as well.
Death timers stand in their way.
Infernal Drakes will not stand in their way as they head down to take that objective. Here's a look at the replay, though. Cloud9, as we said, they've been fighting this whole tournament. They're looking for more of those fights. They're trying to engage on Fnatic in their own jungle. Whippo does flash out of that big stun, but Caps finds the flank on the 4 members, and it is those 2 guys that have really controlled the area that these team fights have taken place in. The Victor AoE comes through with the Aatrox AoE. They take out so much of the heart of the C9 fight that even though Jensen did find his way into the backline versus Reckless, it didn't matter.
The Reckless' job in that fight was just to try and stay alive against Echo and Lissandra.
What damage.
It's actually insane. Bot lane?
Well, Licorice is on the run. He's trying to get away from Caps. Look how fast he is, though. It's a nightmare coming forward, and the ult's going to land for Broxa as well. They've got the chase. They've got yet another kill. Fnatic, again, 5v4 on the map.
And Fnatic are looking so scary here. On the well, never mind. They might run into this so-called Fnatic rush that you deemed it, with the control award waiting here.
The game interrupts all of us. It's an aggressive one, and one that might send C9 packing here. Fnatic have the space, though, to keep working with it.
There is a reason for that movement, and it is Baron spawning. It is now back on the map, 31 minutes into the game. Fnatic heading back out to the area, and C9 looking to hold it.
15 seconds on Licorice respawn, another 4 to channel teleport. Keep in mind, Fnatic can also just push in mid, and they can knock down the Nexus that way. C9 put over a barrel here. What can they find to get back into this one? Backs against the wall. Baron being attacked already. 6,000 gold lead.
No flash on Victor. Surely he can be the only target. They're going for him.
Going for the big play. The jungler, Cloud9, getting worn down. Bursted out. He's gone already, and Baron's at 2K. Whippo will finally fall, but there's no smite to contest, and Baron is picked up. Cloud9 get a couple of kills, but it's still better on Fnatic's side. The chase in. They found Caps. He does not have flash. He does not have the ultimate. Jumps over the wall as Licorice. Almost the damage. One more auto would knock down the mid lane, and Licorice is still trying. Can he get over? They're now going to go for Reckless, but the feather's flying. He gets away. The Blade Caller finds more of the team, and Sneaky goes down. Broxa in the back line, killing just everybody. A double for the Rek'Sai, and now it's C9 forced to run, but they do not have a way out because Rek'Sai is on the hunt. Licorice finds a single, but he's knocked into the air. The ult's gonna come across, but they're still trying to fight him. He's stuck between a Rek'Sai and a Xayah, and the flash forward is the ace, and Fnatic once again control it all.
Svenskeren is respawning right now to try and kill the minions at the Nexus turrets. Fnatic only 2 players alive right now. We might get another big one before the game is fully over.
It's an 8,000 gold lead for Fnatic right now. There have been 34 kills in this game, and it's only been 32.5 minutes, still ahead of schedule.
It's at least an entertaining one, Kobe, even if it's bittersweet for Cloud9. Farther and farther behind Fnatic, almost assuredly going to be the 3-0 sweep in this one as they knock down more of the structures. They can recall one more time without problems and collect their profits, buy more items, and deal that death blow to North America's last hope.
Oh yes, they're setting up for the last final one. On the side of Fnatic, 4 items right now on Reckless. Caps on the Aatrox. Great early start to the game and been insane in every single team fight so far. We've seen the damage he can deal, same thing for Whippo and the Victor. So all the damage deals already. Side of Fnatic, I feel like everyone has been looking at these fights and saying, yeah, Fnatic are gonna win every single one. But it's always been fights that's been very long, very drawn out, and someone on C9 gets to respawn and defend, giving them one last chance. I'm gonna make that call now. One last chance to defend the Nexus.
All right, see what that fight is.
One last chance for North America's one last hope as Fnatic come marching in. They're pushing all side waves up. They have super minions coming down the mid lane. Super Aatrox going up the top lane, and everybody else trying to push through bottom.
Watch the Echo. Watch the Aatrox. Where are Caps and where are Licorice? Is there ever going to be a 5v4 that a team can advantage? Right now, it's Licorice just maybe to lead it at the start as Caps dives him under the turret, forcing him away. Look at the damage output. At least Caps will lose the ultimate, but is there a re-engage for Cloud9? Keep in mind, bots already being attacked. That inhibitor certain to fall. Jensen will get the GA, but there's the attack onto the Nexus turrets, forcing back Sneaky. He's got to be forced back to heal, and a knockup comes through for Broxa as it's 5v3 on the map. Another inhibitor likely to fall as Fnatic just keep waiting for the waves to push down the Nexus. 5v3, and the last hope for the West will be Fnatic, the kings of the West, the kings of Europe. It's going to be Fnatic looking to knock it down in the 5v3 to get those last few kills. A desperate engage and a shutdown on the Caps. A few more seconds fought, but look at the blade color. It's everyone dead. Fnatic are the kings of the West, and they will represent in the World Final. And as Fnatic shake hands with the latest opponent to fall under their heel, they will have a familiar one from back in Group D, a team that they had defeated 2-1 in the group stage, a team they know they can be better than, Invictus Gaming, the last hope of the LPL, will battle against Fnatic, the first world champions, hoping to be the latest, the last hope of Europe, the last hope of the West.
And both of those two teams heading to finals with 3-0 victories in semis.
And you can see them right now. One of these teams will hoist the Summoners Cup in the World Finals in just simply a week. Invictus Gaming, the LPL runner-up, and Fnatic, the EULCS champions, in 6 days in Incheon. A best of 5 to determine the best team in the world.
This final will be insane. The games they played in groups were fantastic against each other. Fnatic coming out 2-1 after the tiebreaker.
Staging for the photo ops. And I've got to say, really amazing performances out of the Fnatic players here. Caps was the better mid laner all day. beetwen the better top laner all day. Matching up against the Shy and Rookie, potentially the best top laner and mid laner in the world. The Fnatic can certainly challenge that notion here. It's going to be some exciting matchups across this one. Rookie, well, he's won an LCK title, looking for a world championship now for himself.
The entire year for all of these players leading up to this moment.
Well, for more on this 3-0 sweep from Fnatic and a look ahead to the World Finals, let's send it over to the World's Cooldown.